Hello, Joyce. Greg, the FBI asked Seattle police and prosecutors to disarm this guy using the state's red flag law, an extreme risk protection order. Now, newly uncovered court recordings give deeper insight into why Kaleb Cole was targeted by federal agents in both the U.S. and Canada. The Atomwaffen Division is arming itself for what it says is a coming race war. Something the white supremacist group promotes in its catalog of online recruitment videos. Race war now! 24-year-old Kaleb Cole is the leader of Washington's Atomwaffen cell, according to court documents. That title has already cost him his freedom once.
We're back on the record in Seattle Police versus Kaleb Cole.
A Seattle police sergeant took the witness stand in this King County courtroom last month. Sergeant Dorothy Kim told a judge that Cole spent more than a month behind bars in Canada.
The Canadian Border Patrol actually detained him for 42 days while they were waiting for the deportation hearing. So they considered him such a threat to Canadian citizens that they didn't even release him. They determined that the reason why he was deported was based on his membership in a group likely to cause terrorism.
This previously unreported information that Cole spent 42 days in a detention facility shows Canada's grave concern leading up to its decision this summer to ban Cole for life. Until that lifetime ban, he routinely visited his Canadian girlfriend, seen here posing with Cole, and some of his growing arsenal of firearms. If somebody made this for themselves, that's legal.
That is. The law allows for that.
The head of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms in Seattle explains why some of the guns police seized from Cole raise alarm. Among the more than dozen firearms, Cole had these unfinished AR-15 gun parts, which can legally be purchased without a background check. Court documents say Cole was machining those parts to build working firearms, like the parts used to make this homemade weapon seized in an unrelated criminal case.
You have a functional rifle at this point.
Derek Pleasance, whose agents are not involved in the Cole investigation, says the homemade guns are not required to have a serial number and are untraceable if used in a crime.
If I don't have the ability to trace a firearm, I do not have a starting point.
These so-called ghost guns are legal if made for personal use only. Authorities say Cole organized at least one of these hate camps, as Atomwaffen calls them, including firearms tactical training in Washington state. It's part of the evidence that Seattle police and the FBI presented to convince a judge that Cole presents a significant danger to public safety and to grant an extreme risk protection order.
He definitely raised a lot of red flags, obviously, with not only his ideology, but also access to firearms, and then also the videos showing them training to enact a race war now.
At his parents' home in Arlington last September, police seized Cole's firearms. At a hearing afterwards, authorities argued that the judge should let them hold those guns with a civil protection order, not a criminal case. From the bench in this courtroom, the judge admitted she was struggling with her decision.
Frankly, I was expecting to see something in the submission, some sort of specific statements he made, rather than kind of the evidence of the group ideology. So that's what I'm struggling with.
The prosecutor submitted additional evidence that Cole visited and celebrated various Nazi sites during a European trip last year. Photos from a cell phone appear in Atomwaffen's online videos. Seattle FBI agent Kate Murphy testified that Cole is more than a passive member of the hate group.
He is a known member, and he's also the leader of the Washington cell, and he's known to make propaganda for the Atomwaffen Division. That includes flyers and videos, which you have reviewed, Your Honor.
The videos, the guns, the Washington hate camps. The judge listed them all in her final decision.
That he has a vast store of weapons that's consistent with this immediate plan to conduct a race war, and by a preponderance of the evidence that he is a significant danger of threat of harm.
So she granted that order allowing police to keep those guns. Now, we have not been able to contact Kaleb Cole, and it's important to repeat that he has not been charged with any crime here. The extreme risk protection order is a civil case.
So when you're talking about other members of Atomwaffen, then, who would they not also be considered? armed and dangerous?
You know, the judge kind of asked the same question to prosecutors in court. In that hearing, she said, why just take Cole's guns? And authorities answered that Atomwaffen membership alone is not enough. They say that Cole's leadership, his advancement towards a race war, and his ability to carry it out with those firearms, those are the things that specifically set him apart, that they made the argument he's a significant danger to the public.
It's a lot to think about, and something that we hope they keep their eyes on.
Well, this is a first of its kind case in Washington where they've actually taken this kind of action against a white supremacist. Most of these ERPOs, as they're called, are used against people who are suicidal. They might hurt themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Jeez.